I have for you a video that was put together by the Republican Accountability Project that so accurately highlights Tucker Carlson's dishonest and disgusting rhetoric in regard to Russia's invasion of Ukraine, and specifically how pro-Russia his sentiment seems to be, how pro-Russia his rhetoric is, and how aligned with the very words that Putin puts out, Tucker Carlson is. And to get ahead of this talking point that is always the reaction to a segment like this of, oh, you're just another person saying anyone you don't like is an agent of Russia. I'm not saying he's getting paid by Russia or anything like that. I'm saying he has made a decision as himself, as an individual, to put out a bunch of rhetoric, a bunch of propaganda that perfectly aligns with Putin. That's what I'm saying. And it's horrible. And it is so dishonest because right now it is clear Russia's invasion of Ukraine is not justified. That is what is causing the unstable and dangerous moment we're in globally when it comes to the nuclear threat and just the sovereignty of Ukraine being violated. That's the focus. That's what should be the focus. Tucker Carlson tries to make it about many other things in quite the dishonest way. And this Republican Accountability Project highlights this by setting next to one another Putin's statements and Tucker Carlson's statements. Take a look.
Siding with Putin. Who's siding with Putin? I haven't seen anybody do that.
The West started the war and we used force in order to stop it.
If there is any single American who deserves scorn and, yes, blame for the invasion of Ukraine, it would be Joe Biden.
The Ukrainian people have become hostages of their Western masters.
Ukraine is not a democracy. It's a client state of the Biden administration.
The U.S. were training on the future theater of military actions by owning biological laboratories in Ukraine.
Military biological programs are under development in Ukraine, financed by the U.S. Defense Ministry.
Western countries were setting military bases on our border.
The Russians don't want American missiles on their border. They don't want a hostile government next door.
NATO took specific actions, expansions to our borders.
Getting Ukraine to join NATO was the key to inciting war with Russia.
The elites of the West are not hiding their goals. They are trying to inflict a strategic defeat on Russia.
The Biden administration wanted all along a regime change war against Russia.
The initiators of the sanctions are punishing themselves.
So it's not Vladimir Putin who's getting punished, it's American citizens. It's you.
The West provoked the growth of prices in their own countries, collapse of energy sector.
Gas prices are already the highest they have ever been in history. So the price of natural gas and the price of electricity and food and everything else you buy. I think we should probably take the side of Russia if we have to choose between Russia and Ukraine. That is my view. We're on Putin's side.
Fantastic job there by the Republican Accountability Project. But it's disturbing the largest cable news host spreading Russian propaganda. That's what that is. That's what that is. It's not true. It's trying to say, actually, Russia had a reason. It's justified. They were provoked. It's actually the United States' fault or Ukraine's fault. And it's all to distract from the truth of the matter. It's all to distract from the fact that Putin today could end the war. Putin today could bring peace in this situation by ending his invasion. And because of his distorted view of needing to bring Russia back to its Soviet Union glory, he has made a decision to invade, to cause all of this damage and destruction. And that should be the focus. That is what matters here. And so whether it be Tucker Carlson or Putin himself spreading these talking points, they're just so dishonest, and nothing highlights it better than putting their comments next to one another and noticing how similar they really are. And then what Tucker Carlson does in many situations is turn around and go, oh wait, what are you saying? I'm pro-Russia? That's so absurd. You're the absurd one. When in reality, it could not be more clear that that's exactly what he's doing. And I don't know his motivation. I don't know if it's because he just needs to have something to criticize Biden about, so he's taking the opposite stance, or he has some lust for authoritarianism and Putin represents that. Whatever it might be, it is clear, maybe not his intentions, but his actions, that he's absolutely perpetuating pro-Russian talking points that are so, and it's not just about it being Russia, Ukraine, the United States. It's what is that defending? What is that distracting from? What is that covering for? And in the case of, in this moment, being and spreading pro-Russian propaganda, you are assisting in the horrible reality that we're in right now. And luckily, Biden is the president, so all of the right-wing backlash to his support of Ukraine is not going to stop him from supporting Ukraine. But policies could change. And if this gets more popular, the largest cable news host perpetuating these lies, and that changes the United States' policy on Ukraine, stops supporting them as much, and makes it harder for Ukraine to stand up in this situation, that is terrible. That would be absolutely awful. And I want to note, just in case there's confusion on this, this does not mean anyone who's asking questions about how much we should support or how long we should support or in what endeavors after this point in time should we. That's not what I'm saying is in the Tucker Carlson box. Tucker Carlson is in his own category with a few others. You can have your questions and good faith conversations about the level of support and all that 100%. Tucker Carlson's doing something different. He's outright lying about the reality and, like I said, spreading propaganda, which is pretty shameful, gotta say. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show hours before all the clips are uploaded to YouTube, plus get the full bonus show every single Saturday, you can do so by going to patreon.com/Luke Beasley. That's patreon.com/Luke Beasley. Link in the description.